All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakadash. I want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered across the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth and all truth and in sincerity. This the Sirach, and known as Ecclesiasticus and out of the Apocrypha, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Alright, who's your enemy? This so-called white man Esau Edom. Alright, the devil that the Bible speak of, man. Alright, devil meaning deceiver, man. Alright, Diablo. You know, and that's why we not supposed to trust our enemy, man. Alright, and not only is the so-called white man our enemy, alright, these other heathen nations, alright, that are outside of the children of Yasharallah, man, of the children of Israel. Alright, who's the children of Israel? You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. Alright, God chose the people. Alright, the Lord commanded us not to trust these motherfuckers, man. Alright, it say never trust thine enemy. For like an iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Alright, so iron rust. Alright, you know, but you know, with iron, alright, you can clean it up, polish it, and make it look like, you know, like it never was rusted, man. Alright, but we know that rust come back, you know. So is the so-called white man and his wickedness, man. Alright, because he is the wicked, according to Job 9:24, man. Alright, he's the evil motherfucker that's, you know, that's oppressing the children of Israel. He's the evil motherfucker we should never trust, man. Alright, but 2/3 of the children of Israel, hey man, we can't trust them motherfuckers neither, man. Why? Because, hey man, they love their oppressor, man. They got their head up the so-called white man ass so far to where they can't even see what's good for them, man. All right, and what's good for them, you know, you know, they don't want it, man. Because every time we out there on highways and byways, letting these motherfuckers know what's really going on. All right, hey man, they slap the Lord's hand away, man. All right, because the Lord speaks to his servants, the prophets, starting with the apostles, elders, great millstone on down, man. All right, those men you see out there on the highways and byways, instant in season and out of season, rain, hail, sleet, snow, man. All right, pushing, you know, ushering in the kingdom. All right, there was but 2/3 of the children of Israel, hey man, they wax worse than the so-called white man. It tells you that you know that they surpassed the deeds of the wicked, man. Roughly paraphrased. So we never supposed to trust them motherfuckers neither, man. It said for iron rusted swords is wickedness, man. So really, this is talking about the so-called white man. All right, but 2/3 of the children of Israel, you know, according to John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil. All right, this is Psalms chapter 55. Verse 21. It said the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. All right, so he's basically, you know, talking real polite, real, you know, kind to you. All right, but it's a trick to it. It say, but war was in his heart. All right, and the Hebrew word for heart is la'ah, meaning your mind. So constantly, that's what's going through this motherfucker mind, man. All right, he war, man. All right, he want to kill the Israelites, man. He want to spill the blood of the Israelites, man. All right, and that's why he's speaking like that to you, because instead of this motherfucker coming to you like a man and telling you flat out he hates you, You know what I'm saying? He want to put your ass to death. He's coming with enticing words, cunning, his cunning words, speaking about promotions and raises and shit like that, man. Speaking of giving you stimulus checks and SSI checks and child support checks and just basically making it seem like he's there for the for your best interest, but he's not, man. He's there to kill your ass, man. It said the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. It said his words were salted in oil, yet were they drawn swords, all right, like they did the Native Americans, man. The so-called Native Americans, the tribe of Gad, all right? They broke over so many motherfucking peace treaties. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're never supposed to trust thine enemy. All right? They come with a peace offering ready to make a peace treaty that they've broken, and then and behind his back, he drawn a sword. All right, because the so-called white man is the sword. All right, he's that was his blessing, man. All right, so we not supposed to trust this motherfucker, man. Nothing he says, man. All right, because he's basically trying to take your crown, man. So I'm gonna go back to Sirach chapter 12, verse 11. It say, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away. All right. So, though he humble himself and go crouching, man, this motherfucker is trying to kill you. All right, through Planned Parenthood, through abortions and shit, man, through homosexuality, man, because you can't reproduce out of being a homosexual, man, a lesbo, a tranny, shit like that, man. The Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply." But how can you do that with two men lying with mankind as he would lie with a woman? The Lord say these things are worthy of